Oh yes! I broke the curse of the 59!
Okay, the first non-trash target rang up in about the high 70s. It's about 5 inches down. And right here, it looks like we potentially have an old button, maybe. Yeah, definitely looks like a button. It looks like it has a little bit of gold gilt on there. But let's clean it up a little bit, see if it's anything interesting. Well, it's not cleaning up too good. I'll have to do it when I get home. But not sure quite how old that is. Doesn't look too super old. Probably 1900s, but pretty neat find. We're on the board. We'll keep looking. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. My first really old relic here. Looks like I got the handle of an old utensil, probably a spoon. It appears to be pewter. That is an old one. It's got to be 1800s for sure. All right. So definitely some relics here in the backyard. We'll keep looking. Good grief, about 7 inches down from the bottom of that hole. Just pulled out this old grommet. Looks like it's for a tarp or something. But man, that was down there. Thought I had me something good, saw that size, I'm like, oh boy, could that be an old token or something? But nope, just a grommet. Okay, so here's where I'm hunting today. I'll show you the other side of the house here soon. It's a house that was built in the 1860s. It's brick. It looks like they built this addition on the back. It's been metal detected before, I've been told by the property owner. But if you all remember, the video that kind of went viral that has almost 3 million views, the one where I found that massive skeleton key and quite a few silver coins, I'm in the same town. It is the oldest town in Tennessee, Jonesboro. And I've been here 1 or 2 times before. That video that I had that went viral is really the only good hunt I've had here. But since all the history in this area, a lot of these historic homes have been metal detected, and thoroughly, might I add. But anyway, this property here has had a lot of groundwork, but there's a lot of history. Haven't even touched the other side yet. So we're hoping we can pull up some cool stuff. But just a quick story for you all. When the homeowner, he told me when he was having a friend help him uproot some bushes in the front with his truck, he found a silver quarter. Now, he didn't say what kind, but I assume he meant like a silver Washington quarter that he said a kid probably dropped in the past or something. But yeah, he found a silver quarter just while having his hedges ripped out, some of the bushes. So that's awesome. We got this amazing magnolia back here. It's not very old, but man, those things really grow out quick. But anyway, I got all this area back here. And on the other side, I'll show you soon, there's like a bowl. The property slopes down, and it's kind of like a, yeah, like I said, it's kind of like a bowl. And I know there's going to be a lot of trash in there from the road over the years. The trash tends to land in low-lying areas like foil and that. So it's probably going to be rough going over there. So for now, I'm looking around back here, just seeing if I can pull any relics up. There has been a lot of ground shifting over the years. You could tell extensive landscaping in that and whatnot. But anyway, since I've been here, I showed almost everything. But I got some can slaw. I got this piece that was my first signal. Not exactly sure what that is. Appears to be iron. This, I don't know what they are. It's lead. I found them before. I probably knew at some point, but forgot what they are. But that's lead with some kind of thing on the top. Not sure what those are for, but I find them around old houses a lot. They're really old ones. Got a pull tab, older style one. I got that pewter handle. The button I found's in my pocket, and just a few other trash bits. So that's what we got in about 20 minutes. So the good thing is, there's at least still some targets here for me to find. So I'm gonna keep looking, and hopefully we can get something good. Stand by. Okay, I'm on the edge of the property here where it slopes back down to some other houses right before the railroad tracks. And I got a solid signal here. Now, it just sounds a little bit off from a coin, like it's smearing a little bit, but it could be. solid non-ferrous signal anyway, coming in around 81. Sounds like a copper penny on steroids. Seems like it's down at least a few inches anyway, so we'll try it live. It's the highest conductive signal I've had so far. Oh wow, surprised it didn't hit any tree roots here. Okay, looks like it's going to be about 3 to 4 inches down, ringing in solid with the pinpointer. Being real careful here because the age of this place, some of the finds have a potential to be really good, so I don't want to scratch anything potentially historic or valuable, or both. Okay, we're basically touching it now. And just a big ball of foil here, but yeah, way in the backyard. There's probably a lot of trash back here, so not going to do any more live digs unless I get a really, really good signal. But I just wanted to do that one there just in case. Potentially something interesting in the hole here. Rang it pretty faint. It's in between some iron. It looks rectangular. I thought it was a square token at first, but it doesn't look like it because it's got a little slot there at the top. I'm actually not sure what this is. Looks like it has some writing on it. I have no idea. I've never found anything like that before. Alright, I'll keep you posted on that one. Okay, so here's another side of the house, kind of from the basin here. Now, I assume there's going to be a lot of trash in here, and the targets, a lot of them are probably going to be super deep. Because I assume there's a lot of water down in through here after they get some rain. But I'm going to work it slow. And check this out, pretty excited right now. Had a bouncy signal about 4 inches down. First test hole down here, I didn't know what kind of soil I was going to hit, and it kind of all looks original. Looks like I got an old nickel in the hole. Oh man, that is looking old. Or maybe not so old. I think that's the Monticello on the back. Alright, well, hopefully it's at least an older Jefferson nickel. I'm going to clean it up a second, we'll see what it is. Okay, so it's a pretty good looking 1946. Looks like the soil's going to be decent on the coins down here. It's the first one off the property. Just missed being a Silver War nickel by 1 year. But that's awesome for the first coin. And if it's a, you know, if the coins from the 40s are going to be about 4 inches down, then I'm sure the ones from the 1800s are probably way down there. Let's keep moving. So I got some good news and some bad news is. The good news is, it seems like it's original soil down here for the most part, which is actually quite remarkable considering hasn't been much or any fill dirt down here. I was actually surprised that it didn't start hitting clay when I started digging. The bad news is, as I guessed, it's like machine gun fire down here. I mean, my goodness, the amount of signals and trash. I was right on this one. All the signals are down here. And back to part 2 for the kind of good news. Is there's a lot of old style pull tabs and beaver tails down here, so I'm sure the people who have metal detected here in the past probably did some cherry picking, but there's so much down here, there's no way they got all the goodies. So I'm going to keep working it, and we'll see if we can pull something else out. Okay, so just in case this is something good, I'm going to finish it live because it's not in my plug, it's showing depth. This could just be completely junk because it rang up super high. It could be iron, but it rang in so conductive that just in case. There it is right there. Yeah, old still bottle cap just kind of chirping in. I have my sensitivity high. All right, let's keep weeding through this trash. We're gonna get something good. I can feel it. So on a signal like this, you can't give up just in case. Just in case. So I spent the last 5 minutes digging between these two roots here and going down almost a foot. When I got to the target, I was able to feel around it and tell that it was round. It was giving me trouble, but I wasn't going to give up then because I had a feeling it was going to be a lid. And it is a lid. It's a mason jar lid, but since it was laying completely flat like this and I could feel the edges with my hand down there, I figured, well, maybe somebody buried a jar of coins, so I wasn't giving up on that. But after I pulled it up, there's no signal down there in the bottom, so just a lid. Someday. Okay, so all that in there is from about the last, I don't know, hour and 15 minutes maybe. 2 mason jar lids with the inserts still in them, and then just a whole lot of other trash. A few relic bits, that pewter spoon, the button, the old 1946 nickel. And after tons of pull tabs down in this section from like the 70s and the 80s and around in there, and some of them earlier, I locked onto a signal that sounds like a perfect silver quarter. 89. Now this could be clad, I sure hope not. Because clad quarters come in 89, but this one's bouncing 90. I mean, it is extremely tight and consistent, and it's not smearing at all. And when I pinpoint, it's wanting to go about 4 inches. So this could be a silver quarter. I hope so. Sounds good both directions. The walnuts in through here are driving me nuts. Alright, so I think it's about right here. But we're going to go a little bit wider, just in case it's something good. Yeah. Alright. Not very deep. I'm almost touching it with the pinpointer already. Ah, yes! I think it is a silver quarter. As always, let's get the glove off. Oh man, these gloves are tighter than the ones I'm used to wearing. Can't get it off. Come on now. Come on. Get off there. Can't get my glove off one-handed anymore. These aren't going to work. Oh well, I'll just bite the dirt. There we go. Ah. Alright. Let's take a look at it. Oh man, it's worn. I hope this is like a Standing Liberty or a Barber quarter. But, I mean, it's pretty shallow in this section. And it's mostly stuff from like from World War II and up. You can see the edge right there. And definitely silver. Okay, let's pluck it. Oh man, that thing's really worn. That cannot be a Washington quarter. It's a Standing Liberty. Oh, look at that. Sweet. You beauty. I can already see the base of it there. The date's definitely going to be gone on this one. But I do not care. Beautiful Standing Liberty quarter. Alright, let me clean her up a bit. We'll take a better look. Okay, so I got some spit on it. And can't see a whole lot on there yet. You can see the eagle. And it looks like it got caught in some gravel, or maybe I hit it with the tip of my digger. But it's worn slick. It's not going to make a difference on the value. Not that I would sell it. But awesome, it's been a long time since I found a Standing Liberty quarter. I was on a roll for a while. Wasn't finding any, but now we're back on the board for 2018. Okay, I'm going to keep working this area good. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention in here too, there's a lot of pipes that they did for drainage. There's some big overload signals. It mixed in with all the trash too, so there are areas through here that has all been dug up, but I'm working this gentle slope, and it's where I'm starting to get less trash and more older stuff. The lowest lying points is where all the light trash ends up, like the pull tabs, aluminum, that sort of thing, foil. So I'm having better luck as I get onto this slant here. And I got an absolutely beautiful old relic right here. It rang up just like a nickel, but it was down deep. Look at this. That's got some major fancy on it. I'm not sure what that is off of. Possibly off of like a piece of furniture. I mean, it's at least Victorian, potentially even older. You see a lot of floral pattern on the Victorian stuff, and I don't quite think that's what this is, so man, this could even be earlier, given the area in the house. So we'll clean it up later. I'm glad that's intact. I'm going to be very careful with it. It's a little bit, yeah, it's pretty thin, so wouldn't take much to snap that. All right, we'll clean it up later. It's funny how all the good stuff bites at once. But the gloves are already off for this one. This rang in just above the pull tab range. Let's get you in the hole there. I have no idea what it is. I actually don't think that's a coin. It could be an old flat button. That's exactly what it is. Sweet, man. We're locked onto the oldies now. Now that is early to mid 1800s right there. Now that is period. That's what we're looking for. Just like that last target. Beautiful old flat button. Complete shank on it. I don't think it has a pattern on the front, but intact is just the way we like them. I don't dig a whole lot of flat buttons. I gotta work for them here in Tennessee. We'll take her. On to the next. Just in case this is something good, I'm showing you the root I'm working under here, right by the base of this tree. And the signal with the pinpointer is coming down, kind of almost under it, a little bit off to the side, so I should be able to get to it. But a big root there, kind of punched it through. I'm under the bottom of it now. It rang up, I mean, it was faint because it was under this root, but and it's deep, but it rang up in the coin range, so hopefully we got something good down here. I'm gonna keep working at it. Well, I see it. That scared me for a second. I thought it was a ring, but it might just be some kind of junk. We're gonna find out here, though. Yeah, I just think it's some sort of cap off of something. Man, that had me going there for a second. I thought it had me a silver ring. Oh well, can't win them all. Okay, blasting signal near the surface, still on the slope, and I got me an old rose tag. AARS, All America Rose Selection. And this kind is Mojave. Alright, it's funny how I almost never found this brand before in the past, and all of a sudden I started finding these. I found these at one of the last permissions too. Pretty strange, we'll take it. I just got an interesting piece of brass. I have no idea what this was supposed to be or what it came off of. It's got a really strange shape up there toward the top. Oh no. If anybody knows, comment and let me know. It looks like it busted off right there at the bottom. Not sure if that's just a piece of scrap brass or if that's a very specific something. Weird, it's got a little circle there with a little thing coming out. I think it came off of something. I think it was mounted on something. I don't know what though. Okay, I just got another mason jar lid. This time it's just the insert, and it's the zinc part of the back that always rings up kind of like a nickel. It's the first kind I ever found like this though. It says genuine porcelain lined Boyd, and then I think the number 8. It's got like some kind of cross on the back of it. Never found one like this before, so I should be able to date that. It's pretty neat. I'll throw it in the pouch and we'll keep going. Lots of trash in there, but we got a few goodies as well. Definitely worth it. Okay, I'm working in by the old clothesline and in the landscaping here. There's like next to no signals up here, just a couple, but I had a solid coin tone right here. It's only about 1.5 inches down. I see the edge of what looks like a penny. My first penny. Go figure, I dug an old nickel and a standing Liberty quarter before any other coins, but this may just be a memorial. I'd say probably a wheat at the oldest. It's pretty close to the back steps of the house here. And yeah, that's the only modern coin I found on the property so far. And actually, it's been there a while though. It wasn't even dropped recently because it's really dirty. The surface is gone and it's from 1961. All right. I'll keep looking around here a little bit. I could not tell you what this is, but it is really cool. It's got to be brass. I'm going to need some answers in the comments on this one. I've got no idea on that. I'm where the old trash pit used to be. I'll show you guys in a second about where the current owners had dug the pond out. They said it was like an old trash pit and they found all kinds of crazy stuff down there while they were digging. But yeah, I'm not sure what that came off of or out of. Pretty strange. Okay, so the pond area where they said was a trash dump is about right there in behind the clothesline. And I found that 1961 penny a little bit earlier, about right there. All tongue-tied. Now, been working through here. This is all landscaped, just some pull tabs and modern trash like aluminum and stuff you'd find in gardens, you know, stakes, that kind of thing. Working up this way, there's a lot of original dirt here on the side that hasn't been worked too much. They have a lot of thick grass planted here, but I'm trying to just look for really deep targets up here to see if there's any old coins or relics down here. And this has been down there for a minute, about 7-8 inches deep, half of a horseshoe. Ain't been horses through here in a long time. Okay, I'm kind of back where I originally started a few hours ago, and I'm just digging all the signals, even on the surface, everything. Just dug this pull tab a second ago. I just set it there because my pouch isn't by me. And when I saw this in the hole, I thought at first, well, cancel it, but then I looked at it, I'm like, no, I think it has a pattern on it. So after I saw that, I was real careful getting it out. I probably hit it with a shovel at least once. But anyway, you can see this root down here, which made it difficult. There's some big roots. I mean, there's roots everywhere on this property, but I think this is gonna be an old piece of sterling of some kind. It's thin, I don't know what it's off of. And there's the sterling mark right there. So I'm gonna check this hole really well and see if there's anything else down there. That almost looks like a covering, like it went over a utensil or something. It's pretty thin, but it looks like it's folded over. And I think I hammered it with a shovel right about there. I'm not sure, I'll have to clean it up, but definitely gonna check the hole again to see if any pieces broke off. It was like this, down under that root, so it took a while to work it out. Sweet, a piece of old silver. Still working the area here where new grass is planted, and I found one of these earlier too. I got a weird shaped chunk of lead. I got one that was kind of more like a square earlier, almost like an ingot. But anyway, had a signal here. Bouncing 79 to 80, I flipped my plug and could kind of see on the side there. I think when I put my shovel in and pried it, it must have been behind it because it looks like I plastered it up against the side of the hole. But I'm not sure if it's just going to be modern or maybe a wheat penny. But I wasn't expecting to see a coin. More of a relic hunt, this property. Ooh, does look fairly old. Does it say 50 something? Okay, it is a wheatie. That's the first one. I've been here like 2.5 hours maybe. Doesn't look like one of the super old ones. Maybe 1957. Let me clean it up. Yepers, 1957 Denver. Nice little coin. I'm gonna keep going slow through here. Okay, I'm pretty excited right now. The glove is definitely off. I decided to try the little front patch here before I left. Right here on the street corner on the front yard. First signal I had was a real faint, deep one. Check this out. I'm about 7 inches down, and I see what looks to be a coin or a token, but man, it's not silver. It's bigger than a penny. I don't know if it could be. It rang up too high to be a nickel. I don't know what it's going to be. But let's pull it out. Please be something. Please be a bucket lister. Dude, it's not a coin. What is that? Huh. It's actually just a shotgun head stamp. That's what it looks like, but man, I'll tell you what. This one's like solid brass or something. It's really heavy and it rang up high. Haven't found this kind before. At least I think, yeah, that's got to be a shotgun head stamp. So I don't know. That really had me going there from the edge because these normally ring up lower. Definitely a kind I haven't found before. Well, I think I'm going to work here a little bit by the front. I didn't think there was going to be anything here because you can tell they put some drains in. The grass is real high. They did a lot of landscaping, but it's still original dirt. And it's right about right here where I said the story about the guy when he had his bushes pulled out, he found a silver quarter. That would have been right along the edge here. And I got a faint nickel signal, went down 4 inches. Looks like I got a nickel in the hole. And man, that looks like an old one. Is it? Oh, I think it's a buffalo. Yes, it's a buffalo nickel. Sweet, 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 sweet. I'll have to check it for a date later. But yeah, definitely gonna work up here by the front a little bit more. Sweet. Well, there's some old coins in this section, right by my vehicle, about a yard in front of where I parked. Kind of down in here from the front steps, and got a signal. And it looks like I can see from the back of it, wheat scent. I definitely got to work this area a little bit here before I leave. Doesn't look like one of the super old ones, but probably a lot of coins from the 30s and on up and through this section. The newest coin I've dug from this property today has been 1961. That's pretty awesome. Okay, I already filled that hole back in, but really deep here in the front, squeaked out this. I thought it was just a lump of metal. Look at that little, almost like a seashell pattern on there, but probably just an extension of something different. But it looks like a spoon bowl, really old one. That was way down there. Oh yeah, got everything cleaned up, and the hunt just got better. I like those hunts when you start to clean stuff up and things get even better than you thought they were. But that background's terrible, so let's go. You see there? A little display here in the bathroom I'm kind of working on. Just got some old bottles and stuff on it and that. But anyway, so this place that I metal detected, had a feeling it could be really good for relics. So I hope you guys who are tired of looking at coins enjoyed this. I know a lot of my viewers actually like more relic type hunts and kind of get tired of coins. So this video was more for you guys. I decided to knock that place because that guy's yard is about 50% just a big ditch. And I figured, well, if his yard's just a drainage ditch, most of it, like half of it, then I can't see him really having an issue, you know, with me metal detecting unless he was just, you know, mean or didn't want me on the property or something. But I'm glad I knocked. He was a really nice guy. Said that people had metal detected it before. It definitely sounded like plural. And after I showed him all the stuff at the end, he said that I found more than anybody else that had been there previously. Now, I don't know if that's true because I know there's a lot of metal detectorists that are really dishonest and they just decide not to show the homeowner the stuff. So it's really hard to say if they really didn't find much or if they just weren't showing it to them. But anyway, take a look at the finds. Some of it's definitely Colonial, so I'm really happy about that. The thing I was kind of getting at is even though that property was built around the period toward the end of the Civil War, or at least that's when they started on it, there had never been a house kind of down in where that ditch is and in the backyard. So I was able to find some relics that predate that house, which was awesome. But I had to work for this stuff. Here's all the trash. Not going to spend any time on that, but I got a pouch full of trash there. Anyway, up to the good stuff. So we're just going to hop right into it. This right here is one of the best mason jar lids I've ever found. It says porcelain lined Boyd's Genuine. It's got the cross on it. That's pretty cool. I really like that one. It's got like a real marbled kind of look to it too. Definitely the best mason jar lid I've ever found. The insert anyway. That's really cool. Then yeah, let's into the other. Well, let's start with the coins. Let's knock the coins out first because the relics are the best part of this hunt. Except maybe that. So ended up with 2 wheat pennies from the property, 1957D, 1958.
Oh, yes! I broke the curse of the 59!
Both found in the side of the yard where my car was parked. Seemed to be some stuff from around the 50s down in there. This was the newest coin of the hunt, believe it or not, 1961. There was like no modern coins on that property unless they had been found before. Got that 1946 nickel out of that drainage ditch. The buffalo nickel is pretty toasty. Date's worn off, but still a cool find. Love finding me some buffaloes. And this here is Standing Liberty Quarter. Dateless, but you can see it has an S Mint mark on there, which really gets you because pretty much all the S Mint Type 2 Standing Liberty Quarters are rare. So kind of bummer on that one. I'll never know if it was, you know, worth like $40 or $400. We'll never know. Pretty cool coin though. Very happy to have a Standing Liberty Quarter. Over to the relic bits. This button, not super old. Probably 1900s. Mid 1900s, I would say. This rose tag, pretty cool. All America Rose Selection, in very good shape. Then, let's go to this. I'm not sure what it is. May have something to do with the railroad there, I'm not certain, but it just kind of screams railroad related to me. I could be wrong, but it has the number 71 on it. It's really corroded, looks very old. Not exactly sure what it is. I'm sure somebody out there knows. Yeah, let's go to this. This is awesome, right? This piece of silver, it looks like some type of thin, hollowed out utensil handle. It probably was hollow, you know, just a thinner, cheaper one. Looks like something came off of that end. I'm pretty sure it's a utensil handle. I don't know, maybe it was like an old sugar spoon or something. I'm really not sure. It seems like it'd be pretty fragile to be usual dinnerware. But, and man, it says sterling. It has the same exact design on both sides. And it says sterling on both sides also. Same exact. It's pretty cool. I really like that. Old piece of silver right there. Let's see what else we got. This is a pewter utensil handle, which I assume is Colonial. To my knowledge, they didn't use pewter spoons after the mid-1800s at the latest, so that's really old there. And then I didn't realize this was pewter when I dug it because it was caked full of dirt, but I found this right before I left. Now, could it be part of that? Potentially, I'm not certain, but it was found at least a good 7 yards away from it. But pewter spoon bowl, at that little pattern on the back going into where the stem would have been. So yeah, some Colonial utensils there. And since we're on the Colonial, let's go with this here. Flat button, full shank, says Imperial Standard on the back. So this is roughly 1820s-ish, give or take a little bit. So that is a good find. I was super happy to find that on the property. Then we got this fancy piece. Not sure if it was off of some furniture. Could potentially be pre-Victorian, so maybe this is more toward the Colonial era as well. But it's got the leaves on there and a bunch of grapes. Very cool. Very happy to have that. Can't believe it's still intact after all those years. Very glad I didn't hit that with a shovel, because normally when you hit something like that, it does not last. Pretty cool find there. And this, I have no idea what it is. So you'll have to tell me. I mean, I could almost swear that I saw one of these in the past. Maybe somebody else dug one in a video I watched or something, but I just can't place it. And I know somebody knows what that is. And that's one of the things about the videos. Sometimes on my videos, I do sort of like, you just figure it out with me. Like, I'll post the video without really knowing what a lot of this stuff is. And I like it that way, because then you're like exploring, kind of going through the discovery process with me. And then there's other videos where I'll edit them really well and say what everything is in the video and put still photos in that. So I kind of mix it up, but some of the hunts like this, I just like to do it on the fly. By the time I upload the video, I probably will know what everything is, but sometimes I don't. It just depends on how much research I get in before I actually post the video. So my videos are a mix. Sometimes it's me not knowing what things are and posting the video, and other times it's kind of a more refined video telling you guys what everything is. But I kind of like tell me what you like better. What do you like better? Do you like it this style, or do you like when I research and say what everything is and put a still photo in after I dig it? You know, I know a lot of people like that, but do you like the more discovery-based aspect? But anyway, let me know what you think about that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna leave the video with a little sneak peek here, so don't look too intently, but these two paper towels here was a hunt I didn't upload yet. Okay, let's just say it was really, really good. So we're gonna go whoosh, and then we're gonna come back. Yes, that was all found in one hunt. It was absolutely amazing. I got to go on a trip to Virginia with Jerry, and he found even more phenomenal than I did. I found a lot of silver, and he found more than double the amount of silver I found, which was awesome. And it was kind of a going away party for Jerry, because Jerry is in the process of moving to Florida. So it was kind of a going away party for him. So you're probably not going to see Jerry in a lot of my videos in the future. Doesn't mean we won't meet up again. Definitely will when we have a chance, when I'm down there, he flies up this way, or we've been talking about flying to Canada, so who knows where we'll end up. But yeah, Jerry's moving to Florida, and he got to go out with a bang, so that was awesome. Stay tuned for that video, and I'll see you later. Bye.